Dizzy Online here, showing you how to fix a faulty headset socket. Please note, opening your Xbox One controller will void your warranty. However, Microsoft only offer a 90-day limited warranty on controllers, so this fix may help you. Tools needed: plastic spudger, 2x plastic pry tool, a T6 Torx screwdriver, and a T8 Torx screwdriver, and finally a pair of tweezers. Right, first thing I do to start is remove the battery cover and remove the batteries. Now we need to get to the screws. There are 5 screws in total. There's 2 behind each of these sort of shoulder grips. So I insert the pry tool just between the trigger and the grip, and then second pry tool just to twist down the sides to undo the clips. Leave the pry tool in the top just enough to get my finger in, and then I found I can just sort of get my finger underneath and pull from the top. Remove the other one in the same fashion. So you can see now we've got 2 screws here, 1, 2, and 2 screws here, 3, 4. There's one more screw underneath the security sort of warranty sticker underneath the battery compartment just here. Now, although we're voiding the warranty, I like the aesthetics of keeping the sticker intact, so I'm taking the plastic spudger tool and using the point just to lever up a corner, slowly peel back the sticker. I can sort of get the tool in there. It's quite fiddly for my big hands. But I get the flat of the tool in there and pull it back. That's just enough for me to get my fingers and pull the sticker back. See, as I pull the sticker back, the final screw appears in the middle there. So, using the T8 Torx screwdriver, I remove the 5 case screws. And just falls out. And I've got tweezers here just to help take them out of the case. Oh, that one's just got stuck to the magnet on the trigger. I'll get that in a minute. So I'll take screw number 3 out. That's just fallen out, no problem. Next one here. Just use the tweezers, as makes it a lot easier for me. And then the last one. Again, using the tweezers just to make it a little bit easier for myself. And let's fish out that last one stuck to the magnet here. And there we go. There's all 5 screws taken out. So turn the controller over and remove the faceplate. If you wanted to change the thumbsticks or anything now, this would be the perfect time to do it. It's quite straightforward. They just pop off of the controls there. To remove the rear cover, slide from the top and then pull down over the ports. It comes off nice and easy like that. Right, so the headset socket is sandwiched between the 2 boards. There's like a daughter board and a main board, and it's a solderless socket. It literally just connects via pin and locators. So I need to get this board off to remove the socket. So I'm using the T6 screwdriver and the tweezers just to remove that, being careful of the rumble motor wires which are soldered onto the board. Again, tweezers always help to get that out gently. Now these are slightly smaller screws, like I say, T6. So, looking at the board, it's located in place via plastic pins. So I'm going to take the plastic spudger tool and gently sort of lever in multiple places to lift the board off of these plastic pins. Not too much pressure and it should just pop off. There it goes. So now we've got just enough room to lift this board up without pulling any wires too far or anything to free the headset socket. It's just in between the two. So I use a plastic spudger tool just to remove it and gently sort of tease it out. And there it is. So the headset socket has 7 pins. So what my repair is to gently push each pin up to make better spring contact with that secondary board. So I push each one up, just bend it slightly up, so it's slightly more spring in it, slightly more height in it. Because I found that over time, when you're moving your headset jack around and stuff, it tends to just dislodge the socket slightly. So doing this helps it make the reconnection when it's reinserted. So to go back in, it's slightly shaped, it's sort of rounded to match the controller. So you sort of hook it in. It's not quite in place here, so a second attempt, we'll hook it in again, making sure the pins are facing towards that smaller board. Yep, okay, that's better in position now. And now relocating the board onto the plastic pins I was mentioning earlier. So I just push it down over the locating pins, making sure not to pinch any of the rumble motor wires. Yep, and then I take the tweezers and get the smaller of the screws, so 2 smaller screws will reattach this board. Tweezers makes it a little bit easier to line up, and then I use the T6 Torx Screwdriver just to reassemble. Now the trick with screws into plastic and to not strip the thread is to turn them reverse. So turn them anti-clockwise till you feel a click through the screwdriver, and then clockwise to tighten. So what I mean is you're trying to realign the thread. Yes, you'll feel a slight click as it drops into the thread, and then you can tighten up. Now don't over tighten on this board, it's literally just to pinch it up. And then what we're trying to do is just pinch it up enough that those connections between the headset socket and the board are maintained. Next thing I do is make sure that the rumble motor wires aren't going to be in the way when I reassemble. Double check the triggers are in the right position, and then this is quite important, there's a wireless connection. I'm just making sure that this is pushed back into the board and I haven't loosened it. Rear cover from bottom to top now, so you line up the jacks, line up the battery terminals, push the triggers down, it should just clip into place. Turn the whole controller over, replace the faceplate, making sure everything's lined up, all the buttons feel like they should do. Yep. So start off with the centre screw first, using the tweezers just to make it easy for myself, and going back to the T8 screwdriver, and again, like I say, anti-clockwise until you feel a click, and then tighten clockwise. And literally just pinching it up, not too tight, it's a plastic thread, you don't want to strip the thread. I find it a lot easier using tweezers to line everything up, but you don't have to, that's your personal choice. All 5 screws back in, double check that all the buttons feel like they're doing what they normally do, if that makes sense, everything feels normal. Replace the sticker, start at the top, smooth it down, making sure the corners are adhered correctly. Then replace the grips, literally just clip into place. Check that all the gaps are equal, and you know it's in correctly. Next thing I do is reinsert the batteries, ensuring the correct polarity. Replace the battery cover, and then power back on. So then I reconnect back to the Xbox, and any issues I've had with either the headset can't hear anything or the microphone not working for people on chat should now be corrected and should be fixed. Thanks for watching, guys.